I'm live. I'm live. Ooh. Let's see here. Spooky fog. While I wait for people to come in here. Pug. Glow. Ooh. But glow doesn't make me look tan. I just put a nice fresh coat on. True Sinister, you're in. I'm trying to find a cool, ooh, while we wait for people. Hi, Night Rider Media. Now here's the thing, you guys. I was totally getting ready to shoot a video, and then I was like, oh my gosh, it is gonna be 4:20. So good thing I had my makeup on. So I'm not really set up, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. Thank you. If you smell. Set this up. Good evening, Jeremy. How are you doing today? Manic Monday. Just another Manic Monday. Okay, I love these bubbles, but my Halloween was well. I'll get into that in a sec. How was yours? What's bean? Woo! Okay, how about I just do normal? I was just trying to make me look better. There, how do I make this go away? Normal? Oh, there, I just touched that. Thank you. Oh man, now I got this. It's because the sun is like peeking through right now through, ooh, that's good lighting. The sun is peeking through some trees. Why can't this lighting be my whole face? Well, I appreciate that. Like a smell. But I don't appreciate is this uneven. Maybe I'm meant to go outside. You guys want to go outside with me? It's gonna be kind of noisy. There's a business right here, and they get pretty loud. No, that's not gonna work. Sorry about this not having my shot established. Maybe I'll just do that. It's not the prettiest because you just see my living room and my blinds all twinkle, but it's okay. In other news, I got this new awesome grass for the Mertzes, and it's real grass, so I'm super excited about that for them. All right, so my Halloween was very laid back. Thanks. Zenith Night 94. Danielle and I and Metal Jesus, we kind of started off the Halloween weekend. Where did it start? Oh, I went to a concert on Saturday. And what kind of bummed me out is when I went to this concert, hardly anybody at the show was dressed up. We were dressed up. That's when I was Officer Saltina's, if you remember. For those of you watching the replay, I'll go ahead and put a link in the comment box below. Oh my gosh, I almost started choking on my own spit. Don't you hate when that happens? So now I'm gonna have to mess up my shot. I'm gonna leave a little marker because I need some water. I didn't bring my water out here, but so I was really bummed out. I was like, oh my gosh, why isn't anybody you know, dressed up or anything? There's just a few, but party poopers. Then on Sunday we went to it's like one of the oldest tiki bars in LA, if not the oldest, I think. And it was so cute. They had like so many different vendors there, and it was just like super cute. And you guys, Fred Mertz wants to say hola to you. Ooh, Fiddy, you should go in your little breath. But yeah, so there was that, and then on actual Halloween, we had one of our friends come over, Mecca, and we just hung out here, and then we went down the street to like this bar that was gonna have a Halloween costume, and that's when I was a jailbird Martinez, and we were like the only ones in costume. And I thought, you know what, I moved away from Hollywood, but if we were in Hollywood, like everyone would be dressed up, so that bummed me out. So then we headed on over to Universal City Walk, got some dinner, and just hung out there for a little bit. I was really jealous of the people that were at the horror nights. I say this every year, but maybe next year I'll be able to go. So, came back home. We played a good old game of Bamboozled. If you haven't played it, it is a very risky game, especially if you have a gag reflex. And I vlogged it all, so I am going to be posting that to my secret society, which is patreon.com/Shelly Martinez. If you don't know, now you know. And yeah, it was a lot of fun. I'll give you guys here on YouTube a little sneak peek, but the full vlog will go to my secret society. So I noticed that you guys were writing me. How do I get back to the chat? Live chat. Lucas, that's the first bong I ever bought. I named it Lucas. I like seeing and hearing from you every week. My wife thinks you're a hottie. Oh, shout out to your wife. Thank you, True Sinister. Fred Mertz is very cute. Knight Rider Media says you look great in the Batgirl costume. Oh, thank you. Oh, that's right. I was wearing, why was I wearing the Batgirl? Oh, from the last Manic Monday, I wanted to dress up and I was really lazy and I was busy all day, so I didn't have time to do my makeup. So I threw on my 1966 Batgirl retro outfit because it had a mask and a wig, so I didn't have to do my hair and makeup. And I took some pictures. After Danielle and I were done here hanging out with you guys, we went down the street to go get some food, and that's when I took those cool pictures on my Instagram, if you saw them. So I took a really awesome one of Danielle's, Cleopatra. Okay, If You Smell says, I was friend zoned by a girl I really liked. You know what? That happens sometimes, and don't be too hard on yourself about it. If you smell, because I was just thinking about this. It was interesting you bring this up. Not too long ago, I was thinking about different guys that like I totally had a crush on, or maybe I was even hooking up with, but I didn't understand why they didn't want to make me their girlfriend or be in a relationship with me. And then it's not like they were one of those people that like, there's one guy in particular, it's not that he wasn't a boyfriend guy, because a girlfriend that he had after me was long term. So I was like, what's up with me? Like, how come I couldn't be the girlfriend for a little bit? Maybe we wouldn't have lasted, but I wanted the girlfriend. I wanted just you and me. But then I started thinking about like those times where, I don't want to say I was necessarily friend zoned, but I definitely didn't, I liking people and it just doesn't work out at all. Like you don't even get to try it out. But I've learned now that I'm an old fart that a lot of times you might find out later in life certain things about that person, and then you realize they weren't for me anyways. You thought they were. A good example is there was this guy. I was so obsessed with him. I've talked about it before in my secret society. I said his name there, but I won't say it here. And I used to like a psycho. What I would do is I would go on his website and I would see where he was booked at, and then I would contact those promotions and try to get booked, because the way I looked at it was, this dude I was way into, I knew him, and I knew him for a long time, but I didn't know him like well, like, you know, because of wrestling, like I was around him, but not that like personal getting to know this guy. So without really knowing him, because I thought I knew him for so long that like he was so perfect for me. I thought he was the end all be all. I thought that I was just gonna be with him. It didn't work out. We did make out quite a few times. It was very PG, like no boobs came out, no penis came out, nothing like that, just total makeout city. Groping over the clothes, like total high school. Uh-oh, my phone's gonna die. So when he just wouldn't go further with me, I was just like, dude, like, I don't understand. And I felt like I was just chasing after this guy. And I didn't understand why it wasn't being reciprocated, because he would make out with me. So obviously he was attracted to me. I would flirt with him and he liked it. So I didn't understand. Then, if you smell, later, Knight Rider Media message retracted. Later, when I realized that this person wasn't for me, it's because I started to learn more about them and what they're really about and who they really are. And I was really disappointed. And to be honest with you, I was kind of mean to him for a while. In fact, I saw him, what was it, the last WrestleCon I was at, and he was like, "Oh, I thought you hated me." And I was like, "No." I didn't tell him this, but I was like, it was just disappointed that you weren't, this is my bad, but maybe the hype I made up in my head on how we'd be a good couple. So I don't know if that helps you if you smell, because yeah, you got friend zoned and maybe you think that you should be with this girl and you'd be a great couple, but I bet you there's somebody better suited for you. So just marinate on that one. I want to know what message got retracted. Damn it. My brother said women have to be colder because they are in such high demand. Colder? What do you mean? Who said that? True Sinister? What's your dog's name? Too cute, asks Lucas. His name is Fred Mertz, and he has a wife named Ethel. She's sleeping in there. Can someone tell me how to get to Sesame Street? Well, Barbell Man 2.9 active. I'm not quite sure, but I do hang out with Oscar the Grouch sometimes. We really don't talk about like how you get to Sesame Street per se. We just talk about like what goes on in Sesame Street. And after Oscar kind of like was real with me and laid it all out, I kind of didn't want to go to Sesame Street anymore. So I don't know, good luck, but as far as what I've learned from Oscar the Grouch, he says it ain't that big of a deal, and that's kind of why he's in a bad mood. He used to be just Oscar, and then he became Oscar the Grouch because he was moved to Sesame Street. So I don't know. Hey, Jeremy. All right, let's see what else I missed here when I was talking about how I was sprung on the wrong dude. One of my best friends refers to you as Little Loca because of your Salinas character. Why do I gotta be little? Why can't I just be Loca? Okay, I think I'm all caught up with your guys. Can I get a what? Can I get a Jesse S. Secret Society. Shout out to all my Secret Society members in the house. Full effect. And let's talk about this ring I have. This is from Elvira's collection. For all you Elvira lovers out there. It's really cute. It's a bat. It's not really focusing, but it's a bat. Let's see here. No, Jeremy, you are not too late. Some would say maybe you're just on time. How about that? Look at you. It's Monday, it's a new week, and you're right on time. Kinda. I know 4:20 is a weird time to start a live stream, but I like the number. What are you gonna do? So, what did you guys dress up as for Halloween? Why don't you go ahead and post a comment now, and let's talk about what you guys wore. And if you smell, are you still in the room? 7:20 here. There is if you smell. I'm just here waiting for Shelly to talk about the satanic symbolism in WWE. Ooh. You know I'm all about that. Ariel would make a great horror movie hostess. Duh. So would Shelly Martinez, the innovator of Ariel. You know what's so crazy is, now YouTube, don't take my video down. Someone asked, so like, what the hell? There's lots of satanic symbolism in WWE. WWE. And what's crazy, you guys, I trip out when I've looked at stuff of me and I'm like, dude, if somebody were to do a like video on YouTube or something about the Ariel character, I think some people could be like, no, she totally is like part of that. And I wasn't. I was the opposite. I just looked like it. But it's so crazy. I had all the markings of the beast. But if you look closely, I wasn't marked. So that trips me out, like to no end. I have nice feet, thank you. I was skeleton gesture for Halloween. Oh, cool, cool. But I was thinking about doing more of my thoughts on conspiracies and stuff like that and put it on my Patreon, just because, or even maybe my Vimeo, is that how you say it? Just because like there's less censoring there, and I have a lot of videos. I've been YouTubing for almost 10 years now and posting videos, and I don't want to lose all that stuff. So you win YouTube and they win the eye. Gag me with the effing spoon already. I am not down with the devil. Have you met Vampiro, the most notable wrestler vampire ever? Of course I have. I've valeted for him, and I look forward to having a little chit chat with Mr. Vampiro, Vamps, at WrestleCade. I got some questions for him. Some real questions. I have a very strange relationship with Vampiro. No, I didn't have sex with him. No, we never were involved, but we were, like, not physically, but I have just a weird, like, thing. Like, it's so weird with Vampiro. I don't know. And when I've tried to bring it up to him, he always claims, just like everybody else, there ain't no problem, it ain't no thing. I love my action figure. Thank you for asking, Jeremy. I think it's really cute. It stands out to me the day that they scanned me for it, and I just think it's really cute. It totally looks like my Ariel character, so I love it. The little boots. Oh, speaking of, do you want to see another doll? Now this doll, when I was wrestling at Freak Show Wrestling, I think it was a fan, or was it a vendor or someone involved? I can't remember. So if you're watching this and you made this for me, please. But Shelly de la Muerte. Look how cute. It looks like my boots. From Universal Studios Hollywood, I went to Krusty Burger and got the veggie Mother Earth burger. So I thought I'd put it in my boots here, the Krusty Burger. But yeah, and it has a little sombrero. Blue's my favorite color, and that's a lot of people don't know this, but when I did the Shelly de la Muerte stuff, the energy behind it was my grandma and my sister were the only people in my family that believed in my wrestling and didn't tell me to quit or get a day job. They'd be at my booth selling my merch. So after my grandma passed away, I wanted to do something to just really honor her. And so I thought, you know what, I'm gonna do a Day of the Dead character. And I know some places got pissed that they wanted more of the Ariel character and I came with my face painted, but I don't care because that was for my grandma and that was what I was trying to do, and I didn't care. So yeah, it's really, really cute. Shelly de la Muerte. You know, someone mentioned you on Francine's recent live chat. Oh, really? What'd they say? Talking crap. I love Francine. Did any of the ECW original... did any of the ECW originals shun, exclude, or resent you for not being one of them? I don't think so. Did you watch any good horror movies in October? I did watch some Halloween, and of course I watched Freddy Krueger, who is my #1 villain in my life. That damn Freddy Krueger. Ugh. I think Velvet Sky shares the same love-hate relationship. I love her pictures of her cougar stuff. I'm looking forward to Wrestle K too, Jesse. Do you like Glenn Danzig in any of his bands? I do like Glenn Danzig. Of course, I like the Misfits. And it's crazy. My friend Dougie, shout out to Dougie, he is boys with Danzig, him and his brother. And they were like, you know, Danzig's he's a huge fan of wrestling, and he loves Ariel, and he knows that we're homies with you. Would you, do you want to come to the show? This was a few years ago, and I was like, sure. And so it was really fun. Me, Dougie, and a bunch of hot girls all got in a limo and went to the Greek over here in Hollywood, and we were on the stage, like backstage, but on the stage where you can watch. And then afterwards, there was a little like kickback party in the back, and where there's like this tent. And oh, I'm sorry, before the show started, Glenn Danzig asked if I'd go in his trailer. So I went in his trailer, and he was just like, I can't believe like you're here. And I'm like, you can't believe that I'm here. I mean, hello, the Misfits. And every time I tried to talk about music with him, he could care less, and he wanted to talk about like my Ariel character, and he referenced like some things I did, so I knew he did watch. So I thought that was really cool. He didn't creep on me or anything like that. He was totally a gentleman, very inviting, very nice guy. He was very, very nice to me, and just was like fanning out for me. And I was like, how has my life led to like he's fanning out for me? So that was really cool. I wish these like comments would stay up. It's going good, Vic the Brick. How you doing? Do you watch some of your old matches on the network? No, I don't, and I don't have the network. Wow, this is a special thank you for sharing the story. Oh, I said you brought me to her channel. Oh, cool. Did you watch any? Oh, okay, and then we got that. What about your Desire character? Desire.com. DesireLive.com. That's right, bitches. I've been doing websites forever. My first website was DesireLive.com. My first indie name was Desire. And Melina actually came up with it. We actually trained together here in SoCal. And yeah, there was different variations of Desire. First, I was of course, Living Dead girl. I was painting little veins on me and stuff because I was totally into White Zombie and everything like that. And then something that not a lot of people maybe know about Danielle and I, we love like Bollywood. We also love Armenian music, and specifically Armenian music videos. When we were young, we would watch Channel 18 here in California, and it would start off like with the Jewish stuff, and then it would go on to like the Jewish channel and like give you the news, and then it would get into this music, and then it would be the Armenian time, and then it would end in Bollywood. So with Desire, one of the things that I incorporated was I still stayed spooky, but I started wearing an all black belly dancer outfit, and I would come out to Aerials by System of a Down, and I would shimmy my way. So there was that one, and then I went back to Living Dead Girl, and then I went back to that, and then WEW, if you guys know. God, WEW. That's where I met Francine for the first time. And SoCal Val and ODB and Mickey James, Amber O'Neil, Chrissy Vane, Angel Orsini, April Hunter, Gorgeous George, Annie Social. We all did it. Terrible promotion, but we all did it. So that's where I took the belly dancing thing, and I left as Cleopatra, because then I got signed. So yeah, it was a lot of fun being Desire. Thought I was signing up for something different, but it's okay. That's all I gotta say about that. Remember your catfight video with SoCal Val that was once on your old site? Oh yeah, that was really cute. I've been actually thinking about that video a lot lately because on my site, I'm trying to start building up a side of it to where it's more catered to like the pinup stuff, and I thought maybe I should put like some cute little cat fights like that where it had a little story to it. Funny little tidbit for you since you brought it up. At the time, I was married, and the ring that we were fighting over, that like I'm sitting there and there's music and I look at it and then I put it down and then she steals it and that's why we get in a cat fight. Yeah, that was my legit wedding ring at that time. I could see if I can find it. I'm not sure if I have it, but it's really cute. Why does Knight Rider Media keep message retracted? I don't understand why. Are you retracting them? If you smell of, I put so many personas just talking to girls I used to struggle to keep up with. See, don't. If you smell, don't fake it, because I'm a girl, okay? So I'm gonna tell you right now, something that made it easy for me to be the man hater that I am is when guys fake it and they pretend they're just this one way, and maybe it's kind of a part of them, but like those personas, like you gotta be yourself. And like, you know, I know sometimes it gets really lonely out there, and I know people are like, oh god, yeah, sure, you're like, you know, it's true, because I've gone many times where I'd go like 2-3 years without hooking up with anybody, no making out, nothing, and I would get lonely. And yeah, sure, it'd be easy to go hook up with whatever, but that's not what I was looking for. So I totally get when you're just really truly looking for something of substance and that connection with somebody and a friend and a companion, and that, you know, that it just feels good. And so just be true to yourself. If you smell, don't be like those others that make girls like me hate guys. Let's see here. You were married, so wait, you were trying to tell me that someone was stupid enough to actually divorce you? Can't wait to hear this one. Well, going back to making poor decisions when you're feeling lonely or you just really want something. So I used to be a bartender / cocktail waitress at a strip club back in the day called Spearmint Rhino. I'm sure some of you guys are familiar with Spearmint Rhino. So while I was working, one of the guys that would come in, he was a friend of one of the managers. I thought he was cute, so of course when I helped him out, I was like, oh my god, you're cute. So we started talking, and then we talked, and then before you know it, we hooked up, and then before you knew it, we were hot and heavy. Well, 2 months into our relationship, he proposed to me. I said yes. And then we went to Vegas and got married. Elvis walked me down the aisle. Nobody was there. I was wearing a black dress with black fishnets, gloves. And as soon as the doors opened and I saw him with the minister, and Elvis was singing Love Me Tender as he was walking me down the aisle, I knew it was wrong. I knew it was 1000% wrong. Danielle wasn't there. I barely knew the guy. So we got married. I went through with it, and I probably would have saved us both a lot of heartache if I just was said I can't do this and just had an awkward day, night, whatever. But instead, I felt bad. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. I felt bad, so I went along with it. This is like one of the most lamest things I can say. So, a few months into our marriage, everything seemed all right. cool. I, at the time, wasn't a drinker or a medicator. I just wasn't interested in it. So he was. And after being with him for a while, like a couple months, not like years, but like a couple more months, I realized he wasn't just a drinker, he was an alcoholic. And there was a time, because his off days were Mondays, so on Sundays when I was bartending, he'd come to my work so I could hook him up, and then I can drive him home and like have someone to talk to, because we were cool. Like, we had fun hanging out. Like, he was my friend. Like, I always looked for that in guys that I go out with. Like, I wanted to be with somebody I could hang out with and do stuff with and have fun with. So one day, this is when I knew it was the end. He came and my bosses were celebrating something. So I had only seen him when he would drink beer. I'd never seen him drunk on like hard alcohol. So he got drunk and he whipped his penis out and started peeing on the bar. So I was like, dude, what are you doing? What the hell? And he flipped me off while he was sitting there flipping me off while he had his dick in his hand. Sorry to be so crass, but that's just how it was. And like, just like making this face like, like, what are you gonna do about it, piss? And I was like, dude. So I jumped over the bar and I grabbed him. And then I can't remember what he did. No, I'm sorry. I jumped over the wall and I said, dude, what are you doing? And he pushed me. So I grabbed him and pushed him up against the wall. I said, don't you ever effing put your hands on me again. Do you effing understand me? And he was like freaked out. And then the bouncer, I turned around, my homeboy, and he goes, you want me to beat his ass for you? I'll beat his ass right now. I'll take him outside. I was like, no, dude, it's fine. So when I drove us home, I just cried the whole way. And he was like, oh, you're going to be crying. I'll give you something to cry about, blah, blah, blah. Just being totally mentally abusive. And then I made him sleep downstairs that night. And I stayed up all night crying. And so then in the morning when he woke up, he was like, what's wrong? And I was like, are you effing kidding me? And he remembered nothing. And I believe it too. So he threw out all the booze in the house and was like, you're more important to me than drinking, and I'm not gonna do this, da-da-da. Cool. So then, about a month later, he came home totally wasted. And I said, dude, I thought you weren't gonna drink. Like, I thought this was not what you're gonna be doing. And he goes, where did you meet me? Are you guys still there? My phone died. Sorry. It's not the best lighting, but make it work right. Oof. Oh, here we go. There we go. So I wonder, okay, so there you go. So let me get back to the story and then I'll read your comments. I'm so glad that I was able to resume on here. I didn't think I was gonna be able to. I thought I was gonna have to do like a part 2. So anyways, shortly after that fight we had about him saying I knew what I was signing myself up for, I got signed, and then I went to OVW, and the plan is that he would move there with me after I got everything settled. And I'm not proud of this, but I did cheat on him. Sucks. Okay, good. And then for we got a divorce, but then for 12 years we were still legally married because I didn't know how to go about getting a divorce. So I had to take these like classes at the courthouse. It was this whole thing, and then he wouldn't sign, and he thought that, he told me once, after wrestling's done with you, you'll be back. And there was one time I hooked up with him and I thought we would get back together, and I thought, oh, everything happens for a reason, like blah, blah, blah. And he pretty much wanted to keep me and him getting back together a secret because he didn't want his friends to know, because he didn't want them to give him crap. So I was like, ew, F you. I don't want to be with somebody that's gonna be like that. It's either you want to make this work or you don't. So last year actually was when I finally got Martinez back. So there you have it, you guys, some chisme. I was married for 12 years, but I was only with the guy collectively for less than 6 months. Kids, don't get married in Vegas unless you mean it. But anyways, I gotta get out of here now. Thank you guys for joining me for this Manic Monday stream. I will be back next Monday unless I get a booking or something at 4:20 Pacific Standard Time. And make sure, if this is the first time you're here, to subscribe. I have other videos that go up. I have some vlogs coming your way and some other fun stuff. Hi haters, I have a new hi haters that is going to be coming onto the channel. So basically what I learned from this is not let Honky Tonk Man Elvis officiate my wedding. I love Honky Tonk Man. Oh, and I didn't get to your guys' questions real quick. Let me make sure I answered everything before I let you guys go. We all make mistakes, yes. Yeah, we recommend you keep your cell phone charger on hand while doing these live streams. I know, logic. Arthur, I was engaged to a girl for 5 years, and it's something we fought about all the time. She didn't drink a lot, but 3 or 4 times a month she would get sloppy drunk. She had to be carried out of bars. Oh, that's tough. That's tough. I bet you got to know him a lot better after the marriage than before. Yep. We all do stupid crap. We regret you're human. Thank you, Lucas. Jeremy, well, you know, Shelly, we have to go through these hardships in life to learn from what we do wrong or right. It's true. It's true. The trouble, I get myself into feeling sorry for people. I know, Jesse. I married the guy because I didn't want to hurt his feelings. Francine used to get pissed at me. She's like, you are gonna send someone to his house every day until he signs those papers. She would get on me like all the time because she was like, what if you make a lot of money and then what? Thank you, Mr. Mister. You like my high haters. I have a good one coming. I have a couple good ones coming. Okay, I think I answered everything, but before I let you guys go, this is gonna be hard because I have to keep my phone plugged in. But I think my cord's long enough. That's what he said. I don't know if guys have seen this before, but in my patio, how do I flip this around? Oh, here we go. The Honky Tonk Man watches over the Mertzes. Oh, it's true. It's true. I love Honky Tonk Man. We have some awesome talks, and he's somebody that is not afraid to get into the truth, a truth combo with me, and I love the Honky Tonk Man for that, keeping it real, and he just don't give a F. He is just him, and I aspire to be that way. All right, amigos y amigas, I will see you next Monday. Unless you're a part of my secret society, we're gonna have some streams this month. Lots of streams, so stay tuned. Remember, patreon.com/Shelly Martinez, or find me on the Insta at Shelly from Cali, on Twitter at Shelly from Cali, on Snapchat at Shelly from Cali #4, because I messed up, and Shelly from Cali, I goofed. And I'll go, how now, brown cow.